morning, welcome in for another video with myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. And for today, I'm going to start off doing a little bit of a manual entry for you. So if you've never done it before, or you're new to driving, and you're wondering, how do you do manual entries? Well, it's quite easy, I'll show you now. Rest until now, I'm going to change that to no, and then add manual entries. But yesterday, I didn't finish at 10 to 5, I finished at 5. So what I'm going to be doing, changing that from a bed symbol, down to other work, and then I'm going to go back. So just press it up and it'll take you to the last hours, and then from that date, and keep it the same date because it was yesterday's, let's go up to 17, and then that goes up to 0 like so, and then end shift on that time and date. And then from yesterday's date at 5 o'clock, it's going to be, sorry about the autofocus, keeps changing. It's rest period from today, going down to 5:30 this morning, a little bit of a lie-in. And then begin shift at 5:30, and then it's going to be other work from 5:30 to now. So it's okay. Print entries out, no. Confirm entries, yep. Ready to drive. Quick check of the tyres, going around making sure it's all alright. No damage to the wheel hubs, no damage to the side of the truck either. Caps are all okay. Hoses are all in good condition. I really don't like that bit. That was like that before I got it, promise you. Check the back wheels, make sure they're on good tread. Really easy to do. All you do is clip these, just fold it in a little bit like so, and then same on the other side, and then pull it down like so, and then clips back in position. That's the best way to do it. Just lift it up, check it all properly, and you get a good idea of the tread then. Another way you can check the tyre tread as well is if you raise your suspension as much as you can get your hand right in there as well with your phone, so you can see with the light. Just arrived here now over at the hub, and I've just connected up to our big double decker, so I'll show you a little bit about that. And the first job I've got to do today is get loaded up with say 20-30 pallets, take that to our witness depots, then that can get distributed within the Widnes and Runcorn area and Liverpool as well. As you can see, this trailer is next to a normal trailer, and if you look down at the end, how much of a difference, or like how much longer it is compared to your standard trailer. So when you're driving these ones, you need to be very careful because it's got a rear steer on the back wheel. You see the axles are a little bit different. You've got 1-2 gap than the third one, whereas these are normally like 1, 2 and 3. And you can see how much extra room you've got as well. So you're probably looking at about an extra 8 foot or so, give or take. So if you ever do drive one of these rear steer, long, extended, double deck super trailers, just be careful with the backswing. Just gone 6:30 now, and I've left the hub, got loaded up with about 15 pallets. And you're probably thinking, why are you taking a double decker with 15 pallets? Well, at Widnes, throughout the day, we have a couple of class 2 drivers and a couple of class 1 drivers what are making collections and then dropping them off into the Widnes. So we have 2 trunks set up at Widnes, one that goes directly down to the Midlands branch, and then one which comes back to the Northern branch where I've just come from, so they can get distributed throughout the night. And the double decker is normally full by the time we collect it later on, so it's more of a case of taking whatever's for the Widnes depot in the morning and then collecting everything that's been collected throughout the day to come back. More often than not, it's double stacked and full. So you got to make sure it's all nice and secured when you pick it up later on. And this is probably the best way to get to Widnes, believe it or not, because of the size of the trailer with the overhang swing. It's just easier to come up to Wigan and then drop down on the M6 and then jump onto the M62 that way instead. Can't really go through Ashton because it's too long. So around I go. It's probably probably quicker, to be fair, coming this way at the moment with the roadworks in Ashton. right in the middle of the high street here. So that's a little bit of delay straight away. We've got a big roundabout now here, so we'll go jump straight onto the motorway, M6 southbound. Slow it down a little bit so there's a nice little gap I can jump into. Try and keep it nice and rolling. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Not the quickest acceleration, that, unfortunately. This time of day as well, the M6 southbound should be okay for where I'm going on to. Might get a little bit heavier towards Woolston area and limb services, but to get down to the M62 should be okay. Unfortunately, the main gate is closed to get access, so I've got to go around this other way. Bright that sun this morning. I thought I was going to be throwing it down when I woke up, so I woke up in the middle of the night and it seemed like there was a big bloody storm on the go. Okay, you need to be careful here now because of this big girder. Big bit of steel, that, isn't it? I just need to reverse in there to the left. Nicely done if I say so myself. So that's the angle I've had to come in just now. Reverse, blind side, straight to there. So I've just connected to a new trailer, and this trailer is going to be used now for the collections throughout the day. I've got one planned already over in Kirby, so it's only down the road. We're about 10 or 15 minutes away, give or take, depending on traffic. And if you're wondering whilst I go underneath the trailer and lift up the air suspension as much as it will possibly go, is because the legs, you don't want to cause any damage to the legs. So you can see they're quite high off the ground there at the moment. So when I go back, the legs are off the ground and it causes no damage. But however, if you leave the legs on the ground and just go straight under like some people do, what it does, causes stress on these legs. You can see a little bit of movement and it causes damage then in the long term. And then finally, brake. The clip and the kingpin are the first things you want to do when you connect to the trailer, so they've already been done. If you're ever unsure about anything as well, always get a double opinion off somebody else, or another driver who's been driving a little bit more experienced than yourself. For an example, tyre treads and tyre damage, I'm always a little bit wary of. I'm always thinking, right, is that need changing, or is it okay? Is it legal still? Is it not legal and stuff? It always goes through your head. You're always double checking yourself, aren't you? So ask another driver for a second opinion. In this case I have. I spoke to Mark, he agreed with himself saying trailer is not okay because it needs a tyre change because of this. As you can see right there on that tyre, it's quite a deep hole, but it's not too deep. So I was a little bit hit and miss whether to take it out or not, but what I've done is reported it so it can get changed. And yeah, you don't know how deep that crack could actually go. There's no thread, so if there was thread on it, I would have just cancelled it straight away and said it needs to get repaired. But can't see thread, but you don't know how deep it actually goes. To be on the safe side, getting it changed anyway. Hopefully that made sense, because I think I confused myself then trying to explain the situation. Lower the suspension back down, because the trailer's getting dropped where it is. Just whilst I'm here and talking about tyres, some of the things you need to look out for is making sure there's no bulging on the sides, there's no damage to the side of the walls, any scuffs, make sure there's no wire what's on show. If there's any wire on show, that's an immediate stop, get changed. You don't want to blow out, that's the last thing you want. Tyre tread on the depth, make sure it's more 1 millimetre, 3/4 of the circumference of the tyre, and it's in good condition. So check the tyre condition, just give it a kick, you'll be all right. Because I can't use that trailer, a call out has been done. You're looking at about 60 to 90 minutes, or maybe a little bit longer, for Lodge Tyres to come down and give it a change. So instead of being sat around for 2 hours, what I'm doing is going over to our depot at St Helens. It's not really too far from where I am now, probably about 15-20 minute drive. But it's not going majorly out of the way towards Kirby, so I can get down these Lancs from St Helens. Now let's try and get out this road. And according to the office, there should be quite a few trailers at our St Helens depot that I can use. So I can pick a nice one then. Try and get straight into the expressway, shouldn't be a problem. Being unit only, no trailer. Slow down a little bit, let him past. And then foot down, and let's go. They are quite nippy, these trucks though, to be fair. Especially when you got no trailer on. Really bright sun today though. To get to St Helens from Widnes, all I need to do is go towards like the centre part of Widnes, the main carriageway. Go straight down towards the motorway, straight across the roundabout, and I'm pretty much there then. And because I'm unit only, I'm going to take advantage of this because I'm starving. But I'm still a bit too big for the drive-through. So believe it or not, this is a Greg's drive-through. It's pretty cool, so I'm going to give it a visit. And there is the suitable candidate for today's adventures. So just making sure catches are all in good condition. They're all okay as well. No damage to the side, straps are all okay, guardrails are good, legs are in good condition, and most of all, the tyre tread. Just coming up to our job over in Kirby, and time is just gone 9 o'clock. And it's about a mile off, if that, when you go around the whole estate to try and get to where we need to be going. Let's go straight onto the right hand side, sure as get cars and trucks parked up on the left lane. Straight past the Daft place. So that's where we take them in for services a lot of the time as well. MTC Northwest. You got a massive container shipping yard as well here on the right hand side. Clear both ways. Okay, I can't remember if it's this one or the next one. I'm sure it's on Yardley Road. There's a certain way you got to get in, you see, and it's Weber Road on the first one, and I think Yardley Road is the second one. Well, I don't have a clue what this building is here on the left hand side. It's been abandoned for as far as I can remember, at least 15 years. I've never really seen anything inside that. It's just a waste of space, isn't it? I think I heard at one point it was open as like an air softening place. I'm not too sure if that was the one I'm thinking of though. I think they used to do air softening around here somewhere. That's quite a fun thing to do as well if you've never done it before, air softening. It's a bit like paintballing, but instead of using paint, you're using little plastic ball bearings, and they hurt like hell when they hit you. I used to go pretty much every other week for about a 6-month period over near Southport. There's one around there in the woods, really good fun. As I say though, they hurt like hell when you get hit with them. Always gets me as well with Knowsley Industry Estate. There's so many little back route roads like this what lead to pretty big businesses as well. Like loads like little rat tunnels and such. Whew. I thought he was going to reverse straight into that truck then. He doesn't look like he was closer than what he is though. A lot of bins on there, isn't there? And the place that I'm collecting from is just there on the right hand side, so I'm just going to pull over now. Do the side curtains and get side loaded. Collection is all completed. Now I've got to get back to Ashton, drop them all off, relabel them all up with our labels that we have for our network. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the only clients who don't actually put the labels on. So all they have on each of the pallets is the address where it's going to. Then when I get back, I've got to get all the labels printed off from the office. There's got to be about 30 of them at this rate, I think. Or at least 20 anyway. I think it's about 20 pallets are collected. And then match up the labels to the address on the pallets where they're going, and then stick them on so that they can get scanned when they go into our warehouse and then distributed to the right place. Easy, right? It's just a lot of fiddly stuff. Just you got a bit of a breeze and a wind, the labels just go everywhere. It's got like 10 to 10 at the moment. We should be back at the yard for 1:15, give or take. Straight down the East Lancs. It's not a bad one. If you've got any questions about HCV driving or the vlogs or anything in general, just let me know down below in the comments and I'll try and answer as much and as best as I can for you. Some of these buildings around here though, the warehouses, are just getting absolutely thrown up these days. The camera can't really see it, but there's some on the left hand side. Like a new warehouse getting built. Across the way from our depot in the Haydot as well, there's one that's been thrown up. It's literally 6 weeks now, the frame is done already for the warehouse. You start questioning yourself after a while, don't you? It's like, how strong are they if they're getting put up that quick? But at the same time, it's not a bad thing though, isn't it? Because new businesses can open up in the area, which then provide more jobs. With this timing, climate and stuff going on, it's not a bad thing, is it? Not too sure what I'm going to be doing in the afternoon. So I've spoke to the office already, and they're going to get something lined up for me. So when I finish out the hub, I'll probably take my break then as well. Be around 11 o'clock by the time I've finished getting tipped off. Have a break, 12 o'clock, I'll be then ready for collections. I wasn't kidding when I said I got quite a lot of labels. So we've got about 18 different labels now, and I've got to try and find out which label they correspond with what's on the trailer at the moment. So it could be anything, it could be anywhere. Wish me luck. It's now coming up to 1:15 already. I've had a 45-minute break. I'm on the way up to, my mind's gone completely blank. I don't know where I'm going. Driving down the motorway. Oh my word, what is it called? What's the place called? I can't remember, but I know where I'm going. I do know the business, don't worry. It'll come to me in a minute, the actual area I'm driving to. Oh my word, my mind has gone completely blank. I just can't think of it whatsoever, the place where it is. Well, it's the big pet food place anyway. Chorley, that's the one, Chorley, that's where I'm going. Oh my word. You have that effect sometimes when you do driving as a job, because sometimes the days are that long, but they go so quick. All your days get muddled up into one. It seems sometimes when I get home and I'm editing a vlog, I'm thinking, wow, was that this morning? When I went to that place making a delivery? It's just because the days are just so long, it just seems it was like a day or two ago. Instead, it's crazy, isn't it, sometimes when it happens to you? So I'm on the way to Chorley. I'm jumping up the M6 at the moment, and then I'm going to jump across onto one of the other motorways. I think it might be the M61, give or take. And then cut down, come off, pretty much the first junction anyway, so it's not bad. It's not a place to get into. You got to reverse into it. You got to take your time when you're reversing, especially if you're reversing into a warehouse as well. And you have the yellow bollards on the floor, so you got to be a little bit more cautious there, not to cause any damage to either the vehicle or the warehouse itself. And then after this, I think it might be just heading back towards the depot. And then who knows after that, because I'm probably getting back to the yard for around 4 o'clock, half 4. Unload for 5 o'clock, possibly. Fingers crossed, nice early dart. So I did start at 5:30 this morning, so even finishing at 5:30 today is quite a good time to finish, but still doing 12 hours as well. So it's a win-win there, isn't it? Because I feel like I can do stuff in the afternoon as well. Should be there in the next 15-20 minutes or so, especially if the roads are like they are now, nice and clear. Got to keep snaking it a little bit sometimes to make sure the other side is all clear, and I need to be close to this as I can. pallets collected from here. Back to the yard now, and then who knows where I'll be after that. It's currently 20 to 2 at the moment. Should be back at the yard before 3 o'clock. Just got to take this nice and wide so I can line up the trailer as straight as I can before going onto the weighbridge. As you can imagine, if you don't line it up correctly, the back axle is going to be catching on them high parts of the weighbridge, which will cause a lot of damage to your vehicle. The time is now 3:30. So he's trying to take it a little bit tight and then spin it on the spot. So I've been back to the yard, unloaded, now back out again. I'm down in Lee at the moment, collecting a couple of pallets from this place, and then I've got a couple around the corner as well. Enough space for a car to get past if needed. Feels like there might be a bit of a storm in the air at the moment, so if there is, just take care, a little bit of extra time, and just be more careful as well with the buckles and stuff swinging around everywhere. You don't be getting whacked in the noggin by one of them, trust me. Well, I definitely called it, that's for sure. So you take it nice and wide. Careful with this little planter. Trailer's now out of the gate. I can move over. Time, mate. The next one is only round the corner, just on the other side of the lake. And then I've got one about 100 yards away from that one. And then the last one is on the way back towards the depot. Currently 3:45 now. I'll probably be back at the yard for about, well, back at the hub anyway, for about 5 o'clock. But then I've got to get emptied off as well at the same time, so that could put me back a little bit. It's maybe 6 o'clock finish. Thank you very much for the car I've waited. So I can get the swing nice and out. Thank you very much. This next place is just easier to reverse in. Instead of trying to get in and spin around, especially when you're in the Arctic anyway. So I'm following the bush. Big left turn. Going to the right. Nice and slow. A little bit more left, more left, back to the right, straighten it up, slow down a little bit, just snaking the trailer just so I can see where the other car's just gone. There you go, he's tucked himself in that side. Right, the third collection for the afternoon is literally 100 yards away. So it's not too bad when it's like this. Some big old mill over there. think it was like last in operation about 1920 or something. I think it might be older than that, to be honest with you. I do like these big cotton mills though, it gives a little bit of a character to the area, doesn't it? I wonder what it would have been like though 100 years ago when it was all busy and everything going on. Snake around that van. Oh, gate's open still, good, good. Every time I come around here though for a collection, it reminds me of a little hobby that I used to do. So I like doing photography, and to make photography a little bit more interesting, I used to do something called urban exploring. So I used to go into like old abandoned mills, old abandoned orphanage. I've done one. I've done Camelot as well, when that has closed down. And you just go in, take a few pictures and then pop out. But I swear, when I went to the old orphanage, I swear it was haunted though. The animal used to say that I brought back like a demon or something, because she had a couple of nightmares for about 2 or 3 weeks afterwards. So she used to wake up in the middle of the night and she used to say there was like a face and some like girl with long dark hair, and on top of the window where like the curtains are, like it's coming down from there. She said seen it once there. She woke up screaming once, saying that there was a figure at the end of the bed creeping up towards her. And then another time as well. But when me and my cousin were walking around these like abandoned places, if I can find a little clip of it, I'll try and put it up now. And when you're walking around, it's so eerie, but it's good at the same time. It's like a really weird feeling when you're doing it. But yeah, I used to love doing it, to be honest with you. Urban exploring. Have a look on YouTube and stuff. There's loads of videos out there, loads of people are doing it, but it's really interesting to do. Straighten up a little bit. Just gotta wait for him to shout me. It's always a little bit tight here because you can't go forward too much either. Just trying to straighten up, get a good angle. One of my sister's friends as well, she watched a video of the whole exploration I've done. It's like 40 or 50 minutes long, and she sent several screenshots saying that this is a ghost here. Here you can see somebody over here. Here you can see something else which resembles a figure or something. And she's meant to be like a medium of some sort. What is really into all the afterlife stuff, I suppose you can call it. So yeah, so she sent me all of them as well, so it was a little bit creepy seeing the pictures and the outlines and whatnot when she was doing it, but a lot of the stuff can be just figment of your imagination, really, thinking and wanting to see something in the picture, and then your mind obviously paints that picture, doesn't it? So pinch of salt, I'll take all that with. But before going to any of the places, we never used to break in or anything. It was always like one of the doorways had been knocked through by somebody else or whatever. But if there's no safe and secure access to get in, then we'd never go in. But before going, I'd always do a little bit of research so we can get to know the place that you're going to explore. That orphanage that me and my cousin went in was in Preston, so if you're from the Preston area, you probably know which building I'm talking about. And during the World War, it was used as a field hospital, and then before that, we used to be a children's home run by nuns. Yes, if you've seen a horror film, The Nun, it was something similar like that, very creepy. And then afterwards, it was used as a OAP home for the elderly, and then it closed down like 30 years ago, and it's just been left abandoned since. I told you, very interesting. I've just seen a colour truck on the other side of East Lancs near Goulburn roundabout, near the McDonald's and stuff. Flashing his lights, thumbs up. So if you're one of the subscribers, I do presume you're one of the subscribers. Nice to meet you, mate. Thanks for the let on. Again, it could be a driver just warning me that one of my lights are out, or I've got a bumper hanging off the front. You never know. But cheers, bud. It's just hit 5 o'clock now, and I've got to try and battle my way through Ashton to get there. They've got roadworks in the middle, which is going to cause major delays around the area. Looks of it, M6 North looks quite heavy as well. I was going to jump onto the motorway, jump onto the next junction up, then come back off, but that looks like that's out of the options because it's not moving much up there. So unfortunately, it could take quite a while now to actually get to the hub. What's going on, pal?
Get in the shagging wagon, don't put this on YouTube.
Good little catch up there with one of my mates, Andy. He's in a DAF at the moment. That's the only DAF we've got because his Merc's broken off the road because, of course, Mercs are Mercs, aren't they? He's not a bad little DAF though, to be honest, that he's in at the moment. I am going to record the video a day because I'm just going to finish off the editing, get it rendered and get it processed before I get home so I can upload it straight away for you guys. And the time at the moment is currently 6 o'clock just gone, and I could be here probably another half hour or so before I can leave to get back to the yard. So it's looking at about 6:30 finish, which will give me 13 hours done today. Not too bad, really. Even though 12 or 13 hours does seem really long on a normal day, when you're doing driving, it doesn't, honestly, it just goes that quick. Excuse all the mess out the background as well. I've got like a clipboard, I've got a phone holder there, I've got a little light, that's for the LEDs at night time, I can get them switched on, and obviously my hoodie and a little that safety first and all that when you're outside, you know, in case someone gets dropped on your head from the sky. Again, thank you very much for everybody that does watch these videos. I really do appreciate it. All the subscribers as well, thank you very much. It really does mean a lot. If you did enjoy it, don't forget that subscribe button. I'll see you again next time. As always, stay safe. Bye for now.